Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today just taking a look at a pretty straightforward Arceus V-STAR deck. Early on, this Arceus V-STAR as the primary attacking was a legitimate play, particularly with the Inteleon engine. Obviously, that's long rotated, but Arceus V-STAR, relying on that, still is a solid option. I just want to revisit that today with how we can build it for now. So Arceus V-STAR, you know, it is 280 HP stage evolution. Gives up 2 prizes, of course. Trinity Nova, 200 damage, or 180 if you have a DTE. Accelerate 3 basic energies to your V Pokemon any way you like. So setting up your other Arceus V-Stars, super good there. And then Starbirth, great ability, right? Search your deck for any 2 cards once over the course of the game. Really good there. So 3 V-Stars, 4 Vs, and of course Trinity Charge, particularly when you go second. If you get in draw DTE, you accelerate 3 basic energies to your V Pokemon any way you like. So setting things up. So playing the most straightforward engine, which is just super logical for it. A 2/2 Bibarel, right? Industrious Incisors, draw the F5 in hand. And 1 Skwovet, shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card. Pairs super great together. Play Radiant Charizard as the alternate attacker. Right, does 250 for potentially 1 energy as long as your opponent's drawn 4 card prizes. Because Excited Heart ability, Pokemon's attack costs are 1 colorless less for each prize your opponent has taken. So very nice little late game attacker, and does bigger numbers than the Arceus V-STAR. And then a copy of Spiritomb to cause some disruption for your opponents. It has Fettered in Misfortune ability. Basic Pokemon V in play have no abilities, which obviously Mew shuts down Genesect, shuts down Lumineon V, and some other things. So very useful Pokemon in some matchups. And even if you have to start it, you can actually get it out of hand with the Fade Out attack, does 10 damage, not much, but then you shuffle the Pokemon and all cards attached into your hand. So if you actually want to get it out of play later on, you could. Although you might, it's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, a pretty straightforward, simple set of Pokemon. Energies, 4 DTEs as you always get with with Arceus V-STAR, right? Because DTE, just that way you can attack for 2 energy attachments. 6 fire energies, right? Because we need a basic energy to accelerate with Arceus's attack. And of course, we need fire for the Radiant Charizard. 1 V-Guard energy. Pretty much all the decks, Arceus decks, are playing this. The deck count will vary sometimes. Sometimes they increase it. I think 1 is enough. Provides that 1 colorless, which of course you need colorless energy for Arceus. And then you take 30 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon V. So it just helps that Arceus V-STAR from getting 1 shot. Very useful there. And then 2 Jet energies gives us switching, right? You attach it to a bench Pokemon, it swings into the active, and it provides 1 colorless energy, so very nice there. That's the energy count there. Getting into the trainers, a decent mix of trainers. I think we're drawing into our trainers that we need often enough that it works. 1 counter catcher, right? Really good when you're behind, just gust up one of your opponent's Pokemon. 1 Box of Disaster. This is useful in matchups where you're getting 1 shot. It's a tool. It says item, not an item anymore because tools are no longer items. But if the Pokemon V this is attached to, and of course it applies to V-Stars or Vs in this case as well, if it has full HP and is knocked out by damage. So not knocked out from something like Roaring Moon's attack that just knocks it out, okay, keep that in mind, but knocked out by damage, guaranteeing a V-STAR, let's think of that, right? Then you put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon, which then guaranteeing a V-STAR goes from 280 to 200, which means we can 1-shot at the following turn. So very nice there. Okay, any other tools? I'm trying to think what we play. Oh, we play 1 TM Devolution, because that's very useful in a number of matchups too. We know what it does, right? 1 energy. You discard at the end of your turn, so obviously only play at the turn you want to use it, but devolve each of your opponent's Pokemon by putting the highest stage evolution card into their hand. So they can play it down the next turn. The idea is cards a Pokemon that would get knocked out when it devolves, that's good. Or if they're using rare candy, hopefully they can't evolve with the following turn. 1 Raihan, really go to the basic energies. If your Pokemon's knocked out last turn, right? Accelerate energy, search your deck for any 1 card. Playing 1 Rope and 1 Switch, which is the standard Arceus switching options. That will be the standard until rotation comes, right? Because then we lose Rope. 1 Judge, useful. We do play 4 Path, so Path Judge early. Then Path, Iono for Iono. Late game is very good there. Just making your opponents have not much to work with. Could play Roxanne maybe, but we're, getting that the time you need it. It's just a not playable card a lot of the game, right? Because until your opponent draws 3 cards, Roxanne is useless. So that's why we stay away from it. For Ultra Ball, we need to get those evolutions. For Nest Balls also, no Battle VIP pass. I'm staying away from that, although there are certainly decks that lean into the 4 Battle VIP pass. That's an option as well. 1 Pal Pad, get back 2 supporters over the course of the game. Let's see the other supporters. 3 Bosses Order. So, 3 Bosses Order. Very powerful card. We're trying to control the game, slow our opponent down if we need to at times, because we're not one-shotting the big Pokemon with this deck, right? So we need to have a little bit of disruption. One copy of Klara, super great. I will certainly miss this when it rotates. Put 2 Pokemon and or 2 basic energies from this discard pile into your hand. And then the last of the supporters is Cheren's Care. Play 2 copies. A lot of decks just play 1, and even some none. But I love Cheren's Care for the Arceus deck. Right, you put one of your colorless Pokemon that has any damage counters on it into your hand. So the Pokemon and the energy, so we can reattach the DTE, just put it into play, and hopefully the idea is you can stream Arceus, attach with an Arceus V-Star, power up an Arceus V or V-Star on the bench. Opponent hits into the active V-Star, doesn't knock it out. Cheren's Carrot into your hand, get rid of that damage, attack with the next Arceus, which then powers and sets up the following Arceus, right? It's a very, very nice chain when it gets working. Then we play 1 Super Rod, up to 3 Pokemon and or basic energy from the discard pile into deck. Just a really, really good card. Obviously, with Klara rotating, Super Rod becomes even more important. And then 2 copies of Lost Vacuum. I think sometimes they play 1. I like 2 because we have 4 Path to the Peak, and we obviously need to activate a Radiant Charizard, or because that doesn't work. And also we need the Arceus's V-Star's ability at some point. So Path to disrupt, but we need to bump Path at times over the course of the game. So Lost Vacuum is the way this deck is looking to do that. So that's the list. Pretty straightforward Arceus deck. Let's just see what we can do with it on the ladder. All right, let's see what happens here. Hopefully the start to that video is good to this game recording. I had not hit recorded when I hit start there, and it's kind of scrambling to get things set up and kind of muttering to myself throughout that setup time. But hopefully that's not there. If it is, I don't think it'll ruin things. Hopefully the game goes well. So I go first. My opponent is going to attack on their turn. Grass Sleeves. Okay, well, I mean, Arceus, I don't have a choice. Arceus in the start. Probably attach the DTE. I mean, I have the V-Guard energy, but what is this deck here? And I don't know. Okay, so Arceus, I'll get a Bidoof down, I think, because I have a Bibarel in hand. Attach a DTE, and that's fine. Sorry, my voice was squeaky there. It kind of sounded to me like it was. I don't know. It is what it is, right? So a Xatu engine, right? Natu that evolved to Xatu. There's a couple different Natus. This is the one I do prefer to play. All right, I have Switch in hand, so this is fine. Gonna knock him out. I do have a boss if I want to do it. I mean, okay, and that's perfectly fine. Let's see what I draw into exactly. All right, so Judge is good. I don't know what the fiddle does, quite frankly, I gotta say, right? I really don't. So I think I want a boss here. So I'm gonna grab an Arceus V-Star. I'm gonna get rid of the Judge. Do I need to keep the Switch card? Actually, if I keep the Switch card, yeah, I'm gonna keep the Switch card, I guess. I'm a little unclear on that one. Okay, so actually I should grab a rope, shouldn't I? Rope is what I should grab. And because then I can save the boss. So let me use my Bibarel's ability. If I hit the pieces I need, I just need an energy actually. And okay, I missed that, which is fine. So grab a rope and an energy of some sort. Keep the basic energy, so jet energy. Don't attach the jet energy till after. That's okay. And get down. Let's just look at the energies. 4 energies. Get down another Arceus. Okay. So this is good. So rope and then attach jet energy, because as long as you attach to the active, it doesn't actually do anything. So that's fine there. Let me get down another Arceus. I'm not honestly sure what he's going to evolve into, I got to admit, but that's okay. I will take him out because I think that the Xatu is the engine, which obviously there's value in taking out the engine, but what I want to do is keep them from getting their attacker set up. That's my thought there. Don't know what you evolved to at all. Sorry. I'm sure I should. But anyway, I think that's the safer move. So Manaphy, so they got nothing happening. I mean, I could even boss this turn. I don't know if I want to, but 2 evolutions. Okay. A Spathra. Okay, so it's in a Spathra deck. All right, that makes sense. So, I mean, I think I want to take out the... we'll see what they get down. If they get under their basic bench that they could evolve into, I take him out. All right, Ralts, that's fine. Just getting these engine pieces. I mean, they can attack with a Gardevoir as well. What do I want to do here? Do I just want to... I'm in a very good spot. It's a Spathra... let's think here. I could drop down to Skwovet too, right? I think I'll do that. Drop down Skwovet, get my full engine going. And do I want another Arceus in play? Maybe I do, right? And I like the boss here, so I think maybe I'm just going to add to my hand. I'm not going to Skwovet this turn. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to attack and accelerate energy. Could do the Nest Ball just to kind of thin. Just 1 energy there. So, okay, so I need to get more energies in play. That's what that means. So hopefully I haven't run myself into a problem, right? So Path to the Peak, a Spathra, which is a psychic one. Lady. Okay. Grabbing energies, which they can use with Xatu. They don't have the basic in play yet, though. So if they get 1 basic Pokemon in play, I probably boss him up. We'll see. I mean, if it sits like this, I'll just hit the Ralts, sit on the boss still. But they're memory skipping me. But I have my Gusting card. Oh, that's nice too. So I will use my Switch, take the knockout. There. Now I can attack. I still have boss, so I think I just sit on the boss. Still like the boss in hand. And that's fine. Let's just peeking through things a little bit. Okay. So this is fine. Look, my opponent's obviously not setting up, so I am just kind of rolling through and over them. Could actually get a second Bibarel set up, which times has value, I will say. Adjusting my microphone there too a little. Hopefully, I don't know if my volume is loud enough this game. Okay, I'm turning up the volume for things. All right, opponent conceded. I mean, they had nothing. And I was set up. I had more than I needed. I was like, okay, do I want to continue to set up more bench pieces, or I just kind of sit on what I have? My deck, the deck just set up tremendously nicely. And look, Arceus' V-Star power, very good. And come rotation, Path to the Peak rotate, so Arceus may just get even better post-rotation. All right, let's see what happens here. Last game, might have made a misplay. I'm not sure. I didn't. I think I made one turn that was suboptimal, and I think it was a bit of a tricky matchup anyway. I will say. Anyway, I'm probably not going to upload that. Going first, which is awesome, right? Want to get an Arceus down and an energy. Arceus V energy attached turn 1. That's the key here. I don't have energy though, so that's bad. That's very bad. I can get another Arceus on the bench though. All right, that's good. Mulligans are good. Last Tina. Okay, not loving this. So I think maybe I just need to swing with Arceuses. I still would love an energy. I'd love an energy. I have options if I don't get energy. I have Cheren's Care. I mean, Cheren's Care this game will be very important if I can pull this off. The Devolution, maybe I drop that from the deck. That's not a ton of value. Obviously, a Choice Belt would be really good in this matchup. That's where Devolution you don't want. You want Choice Belt. All right, that is awesome. Okay. So I can attach energy. The awkward part is, where do I put the energy? Let me just see the count here. I have two. Okay. So I guess I attach active. I'm not sure, right? Because they play rope in the deck. That's the issue, right? They're going to play rope in the deck. So I want to ideally not have to use a switching card. But, look, this is a deck that plays Path, and Path will be big trouble for me, is fair to say, right? But, ideally, if the Arceus with the energies left on the active, then Gardenia's Vigor. All right. Look at that. Look at that. You don't see that in a lot of decks. I like Gardenia's Vigor. It's fun. I don't think it's all that good. Okay. I mean, this is good. Oh, that's... do I want to Iono this turn? I guess I do. I think I want to save my V-Star power. That's the thing. I don't want to burn my V-Star power at this moment. So I'm going to Iono. I was also thinking of Ultra Balling to get another V in play, which would be good too, right? That had value as well. All right, this is unfortunate. So the fact that this is how it comes out isn't great. I think I want to chuck down another V. Why don't I do? Well, actually, you know what I want? I think I want a tool. I don't think maybe do I want a supporter? No, I'm gonna because I have a judge. So because I just want to smack away with these Arceuses. That's what I want to do here. Arceus. The V-Guard energy is actually very good this game too. I'll chuck down the Path. I'll take the knockout. We'll see what happens here. So 1, 2, 3. Wow. So a couple energies are prized then? That's not great. Okay, so energy. Let's see here. Since I have a V-Guard, I want to put a V-Guard on this other Arceus. Just kind of keeping, I might get my hand disrupted, which is fine. Okay, good. Got one. I think there's 2 fire energies prized, so I got one of them out. That's good. I would have, I didn't need it that turn because I couldn't accelerate with it. So Giratina V, which I can't. What's he evolve into? This is where my limited knowledge of things is not ideal. Okay, so I'm gonna want to get a Cheren's Care, right? So they're roping me. I'll send this guy up. That's fine. Plan is to attach the V-Guard energy and attack. Although I want a V-Guard energy on an Arceus without damage. Right? That's where I really want it because the point of the V-Guard energy is just to stop the Giratina from one-shotting me with its regular attack, right? That's the goal, to stop that from happening. So I think I want to get another V-Star into play. I'm going to want to judge here, I do believe. And I think I'm going to attach the V-Guard. Oh, no, to the active. He's not damaged, so this is where I definitely want that. I want him. So if they're going to take me out with the Giratina, they have to do something to make that happen. Okay, that's not bad. And I just attack. I would have loved to see Cheren's CRZ. The problem is I have 0 engine this game, right? That's the position I put myself in, which I don't love. But okay, give me an energy again. That would be awesome. All right, another Arceus. I don't want another Arceus in play. Probably. I mean, it's possible I do because I want to set up the Klara, Cheren's CRE type stuff. So they sent up Cramorant. Okay, so they're going to give me a poke this turn. So Nuzleaf. Okay. So now they can finish me off next turn. I think I want to do a switch here. That's what I want to do. Now let me attach the DTE. Get rid of it. Just get rid of the DTE. Right? The idea. I want a Cheren's CRE. Actually, I don't have access to this turn. Take a prize. I'm not in a great spot. I need, getting rid of energy means I have an Arceus that can't attack now, which I don't love that. What's my energy situation, by the way? I have 4 energies. Okay. And 2 of them are jet energies, which gives me some switching options, which is good. Up by 3 prizes. The problem is my opponent, once they're going to cause me a lot of trouble. Now, they can, because I don't have the V-Guard energy attached to this guy, right? They don't need to use their V-Star attack to knock me out, right? They can only do that once, and I want to ideally force. I'd like to have an Arceus with full energy. Okay, so what are they switching into here? Oh no, they got rid of the switch. They didn't play the switch. Sorry. So let's see. So energy. Are they going to evolve? They're going to evolve. They're going to knock me out. Yeah, we know they're going to knock me out. Ideally, I draw Cheren's CRE, and then I can scoop up the active. Okay. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to hit into Cheren's CRE. That would make me most happy. Not to be, though. I could Klara that. I don't think there's a reason to Klara this turn, though. So I'm going to save the Klara. Where do I want to attach this energy? That's my question right now. I think I will attach here. Problem is they're going to win the game. They're going to win the race here. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I got up by 3 prizes, but because of the power of the Giratina V-Star, I think they're gonna pass me by. Lost Zone Tina is a great deck. So okay, so Cramorant, a bit surprised. They have 6. Okay, another Giratina. All right. See what they play. Okay. I mean, ideally, they would have had to use their V-Star power to knock out someone that didn't have full HP. That would have made me most happy. The thing is, they're going to win this next turn, probably. They're at 8. They need 2 more in the Lost Zone. And they have their V-Star attack still. But they have to power things up. So let me do I want to, do they have water? Do I want to get my engine pieces set up at this point? Maybe I do. Do I have 2 V-Stars in the discard pile? Yes, I do. All right, so I need to Klara. I mean, I don't love this, I gotta say. I do not. Okay, so let me get Bidoof down as well. I'm going to drop down Bidoof at this point. Evolve you. I'm going to get my engine set up for next turn because I hope. Give me hope for next turn, right? I just need 1 prize, so it's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's not a bad. I mean, we'll see what happens here, right? Where I'm at, but they're at 2 prizes. That's the problem. So they probably have game this turn. If they don't, so counter catcher's of course no use because I'm down to my last prize. Once they, the only way counter catcher would be active is after they take their last prize card, and then the game is over, of course. So, anyway, it is what it is. They need 2 more cards in the Lost Zone though to be able to use their V-Star attack, right? So they think they have it, though. Oh, that's right. They don't have Comfy, do they? So Comfy on the bench could have been nice for them. Yeah, so they need 2 more in the Lost Zone for Star Requiem. So they need a Colress's Experiment. If they don't have it, though, then I can, then I can dig. Then I have the possibility of making this happen. So we will see. I need to hit boss, though, right? I haven't. Okay, so I have my bosses in deck still. So they're playing rope. What are they down to? 1? No, they have 2 prizes, right? 2 prizes. So I will send up little Skwovet because they don't win with Skwovet, right? So now they need a gusting card. So just make their life a little bit harder, right? See what they do here. I mean, they might Abyss Seeking hope to stall me, right? This is the danger with the engine. So they have game now with him, but okay, maybe. No, okay. I mean, by having these 2 low HP guys, so they're going to take a prize. That's what they're going to do. Okay. I can't knock out the active. I don't. If I had Choice Belt, I might be able to take out the active, but I don't play that. It is what it is. I'm not going to freak out over that, certainly. So anyway, I need to hit boss. It's very, very simple. Oh, you know what I can do? I actually have game, don't I? I have game with Radiant Charizard. Okay, so Radiant Charizard. I have free retreat. I get rid of my stadium. And I just have game, right? So counter, so Lost Vacuum. I'll get rid of you. I guess I could have gotten rid of counter catcher as well, right? Now you do 250, and so I have game. So boom, and Radiant Charizard saves the day for me. So yeah, very good. I kind of ignored Radiant Charizard, but he takes out the V, right? Not the V-Star, takes out the V. No need for Choice Belt. And there we go. So I kind of forgot about Radiant Charizard in the middle of that game, but he was obviously key to that win. Deck does its job very nicely. So look, it's a nice, pretty straightforward deck, I will say. Play, just Arceus, just attacking with Arceus. These games I uploaded didn't get to use Cheren's CRE. It doesn't actually. Cheren's CRE has not been as useful as I would have liked, I will say. So you could consider dropping a Cheren's CRE. Box of Disaster, useful. I don't know that it's been game-changing. The TM Devolution, I've gotten very little use of that, I will say. Obviously, sometimes it could be quite nice, but haven't gotten a lot of value out of that. But all in all, a very solid deck. Obviously having 4 Path to the Peak is great. 2 Lost Vacuum to activate things, right? Needed a Lost Vacuum there at the end of the game. So having 2 in deck, I think, is definitely a good thing to do, because if I didn't have access to Lost Vacuum that last turn, I'm not sure, I would have needed to draw into a boss. I would have needed some luck to make that happen. So anyway, I think it's a very solid build, fun to play, and encourage you to play Arceus now. And, it's still going to be good. It doesn't rotate, of course, and it may get better post-rotation with the loss of path, but a fun deck. Do give it a try. Take care.